Hello weirdos, welcome to Sable Flare, and welcome to spooky season. Yay! If you like bold, fun, unique indie makeup, you're in the right place. We don't look at makeup releases on a weekly basis because that is just too much, and I'm not really into complexion products, so I tend to do this when my new makeup releases folder is full to bursting. So let's look at late summer, early fall makeup releases, Mabon if you will. So this list of 42 makeup releases is what caught my eye and looks interesting to me. Let's check them out. Adept Cosmetics has come out with the Emo palette. It looks about like how most Adept releases look to me. I think that means they're not for me. They have a very certain style. I'm sure their shadows are very nice, though I've not tried them. It's kind of like Pat McGrath Mothership palettes. Like they have a certain thing that they're doing. And with some slight exception, I feel like Adept has their own very specific thing that they're doing. So it's not tempting to me. It looks like Adept fans will like it. Blend Bunny and May of Microsoft, maybe? Blend Bunny and May have come out with the Rotten collection. It's a all matte palette and a iridescent shimmer palette. This collection is gorgeous. The colors are yummy, grungy in that overripe fruit kind of way. Beauty Moon Cosmetics has just announced their Trick and Treat palettes. Those are 2 palettes. I think they're 9 pans. Very cute artwork. Has a very cutesy Halloween look to it. Not interesting to me, but certainly fun and worth a look. Bella Beauty Bar is the most prolific right now, I think, out of any other brand on my list. Maybe Unearthly, I guess we'll see. But let's get into Bella Beauty Bar. Bella Beauty Bar's Dark Dreamscape collection is a full collection. What's most interesting to me is the eyeshadow palette and all of these lip products. I always include as many pictures of the product and as many swatches on different skin tones in this video that I can, so that you don't have to go rooting around online. But sometimes when there's like 16 lip products, this video takes longer to edit already than anything else I do, so just because of all the pictures. The Dark Dreamscape collection is a lovely idea. The artwork is stunning. I like the color story. It's just so light. I don't understand. I know that the artwork is like very like half light, half dark. Well, the palette is not half light, half dark. Okay, we could have some mid-tones in here. I do love contrast, don't get me wrong. I do love lots of depth in a palette. There's just lots of really light and a little bit of dark. So, Dark Dreamscape? Maybe not. Bella Beauty Bar's also released a number of new lip pencils. I'll just put some photos up. It's always nice to see new colors. Bella Beauty Bar's Unoriginal Nudes palette looks really nice. I appreciate a nice big neutrals palette with some warm tones, some cool tones, some fun stuff to play with. This actually very neutral palette, depending on what your skin tone is the first that Bella Beauty Bar has done, if I'm not mistaken. They've done lots of pinky red, pinky purple palettes, so neutrals is something very different for them. My favorite Bella Beauty Bar release, mostly recently, is the Ocean Jewel palette. I love the depth in this palette, the light to medium to dark. It looks a lot of fun. I think these are more punched up colors compared to the Realm of Fairies palette that they did with Sassy Fairy. Bella Beauty Bar's Ocean Jewel, very tempting. Bella Beauty Bar and No Purr have come out with the Coalescence collection. It's a palette and small collection of multi-chromes that go along with it. Since the palette is magnetic, you can swap in those multi-chromes if you purchase them separately. Really nice color story, very pretty. I always love No Purr's work, so it's nice to see her finally get a collab. Glaminatrix has come out with the Crown Legacy palette. Also, just a nice, pretty color story. Doesn't particularly draw me in, isn't tempting to me, but I like these tones. Their shimmers are really fun. I've heard that you can get this through their US warehouse now if you're in the States. because of the whole shipping thing. Divini Beauty has come out with the Viva palette. It is predictably bold and pink because that seems to be their primary MO, but this palette does look stunning. DD Signature came out with the Broken Jewels palette. Really nice color story, very pretty. It sort of gives me Bella Beauty Bar and No Purr Coalescence vibes, actually. They're not the same color stories. Diveroon Cosmetics came out with the Magnetic Mineralia palette a little bit ago now, but it is one of the palettes I'm the most tempted by, the most excited about recently. These shades are stunning. I love this color combination. It's unique. The cover art is also a lot of fun, and I just love Andromeda's work. Diveroon Cosmetics has just announced their Halloween collection. We don't know anything about it yet. They just said stay tuned for something weird. So I'm very interested to see what that will be. If it isn't evident, I love Halloween, I love the aesthetic, so I pay extra attention to goth-owned brands because it is my personal aesthetic, and it's really fun to see what those creators come up with. Fantasy Cosmetica and Batty Bean, aka Betty Jean, here on YouTube, have come out with the Witch's Familiar palette. The artwork is gorgeous. It's this lovely black cat with this spooky green fog or something. She said she wanted the design to look kind of like a tarot card, so it's got this like swirly metallic red all around it. It actually reminds me quite a lot of the Anthemy Black Cat palette. Maybe I'll put up a picture. And the color story is reminiscent, though not the same. Witch's Familiar palette, definitely tempting. Love these reds with the blue, like just stunning. Really nice looking color story. Love Fantasy Cosmetica's formula. Love Betty Jean. So it's just really nice to see these two creators come together. Glamlight is doing a collab with Saw, the movie. I think it's Saw 1. There might only be, actually, I have no idea. For as goth as I like things, I like more spooky, haunted house, ghost story kind of scary stuff as opposed to American slasher films. Yawn. So, Saw, Glamlight and Saw will not be for me. That's okay. Glamlight's going back to their roots just a bit with these coffee flavor themed lip kits, which probably smell very nice, but I'm not a coffee person myself, so not tempting. Gourmand Girls has come out with their largest lip collection ever. I think some of them are glosses and some are lipsticks. I'm not exactly sure. I'm definitely interested in the green shade. I'm not fully on board with very sparkly lips. I guess I just am not feeling that these days. Nothing wrong with it. If that green lip from Gourmand Girls is not too sparkly, I'll be definitely into it. Gourmand Girls has come out with the Nevermore palette for Halloween season. I love the theme. The artwork is amazing. It's probably Doodles by the Bunny because they work with her a lot and she does excellent artwork. I'm not feeling Halloween or goth or particularly even dark romance with this color story. I'm a little confused by this color story. Honestly, it's pretty. No complaints. Just not tempting to me. It doesn't seem to fit the theme. Gourmand Girls came out with the Trapped collection. The artwork's really fun. Definitely some human eating plant vibes a la Audrey. The color story is very pretty. I like the artwork. Just not tempting to me right now. Haggard's come out with some emo monster quads. Some of the promo photos are very cute. I'm not personally interested in quads. I looked at these because it said monster and the colors were nice. Clarity has announced their Autumn Rose palette. I still haven't seen the color story. If in fact it gets posted while I'm editing this, of course I will put it up here. Cryptine Cosmetics has come out with an Emerald City palette. Greens, yes please. It looks really pretty. Totally tempting. Cryptine Cosmetics has announced their Apocalypse collection for Halloween. There's an eyeshadow palette and one lip gloss. I'm definitely more interested in the Emerald City palette than I am in the Apocalypse palette, even though I like the Halloween aesthetic quite a lot. Something about this color story is just not calling to me right now. Lethal Cosmetics has come out with a collection for The Conjuring. It's very nicely designed, as always, by Lethal. The color story of this eyeshadow palette does not call to me at all. However, the lipsticks look stunning. M81 has come out with their Nudie Branch palette. I had to look this up. And it's impossible to pronounce the plural of this because it is not branches with an E apparently. So the Nudie Branch palette is sea slugged themed. Really interesting, fun, colorful looking sea slugs. The artwork feels a little temporary tattoo. I feel like something could have been designed a bit more with these sea slugs. The theme is bright, colorful, and fun, just like these sea slugs. Not tempting to me, but still very cute. Mica Beauty has come out with the Cascading Wisteria palette. Really love these purples, gorgeous tones. There's not enough depth in this palette for me personally, but it is very pretty, so not tempting to me, but her shimmers are quite stunning. Mica has also come out with a Halloween collection. This looks to be a collection of singles. The swatches for this Halloween collection are stunning. Mica has just announced her Glacier palette. There's not a lot of information on this yet. I just saw some swatches. It looks to be some stunning blues, as you could guess from the name. Nomad Cosmetics has come out with the Witch City Salem palette. Love Halloween, love witches. Something about the artwork for this palette is not quite my favorite. However, the color story is gorgeous. Love this for a Halloween color story. Really nice, deep, bold tones. It reminds me a lot of my Gourmand Girls Spooked palette, so definitely tempting. Nomad also came out with a Pacific Northwest palette. Love these greens. I live in the PNW, so this is right up my alley. Definitely tempting, very interested. Simply Posh came out with the Black Cherry palette. It's a lot of pink. I like more cool neutral pinks or alternately really hot and bold pinks, and this is kind of in the middle. I also feel like some of these colors are redundant, though it does look very pretty, so if you're way into pink, I do like the quality of their palettes. Sinful Echoes came out with Pigments of the Arcane, a really fun looking kind of tarot card themed palette, I think. I honestly didn't get a chance to really look into this one. I saw orange and I went, meh. But the artwork looks stunning. So if you're into mystical, pagan fall colors, definitely look at this Sinful Echoes palette. Pigments of the Arcane has sold out. I'm sure they'll restock it eventually, but please be patient. They're a very small brand. Pretty sure they still hand press everything. I have 2 of their palettes, which I enjoy quite a lot. Singe Beauty is owned by Angelica Nyquist, who's here on YouTube. Singe Beauty has released the Paisley Hoot palette, which is a neutral palette, and their first load of lip pencils. The lip pencil colors look really fun, minus the orange ones. Sorry, Angie, but the other colors look amazing. I've heard good things about the quality of her other 2 palettes, so not tempting to me, but check it out if you're interested. Titanium Foxes is not currently shipping to the US for understandable reasons. They've just released the Dying Day palette, so if you're out of the US, you can get your hands on this one. They always have really well thought out, fun color stories. Titanium Foxes has also mentioned probably coming out with a Woodwalk mousse, blush, and highlight palette. So that would be something really new for them. I don't think they've done a cheek palette before. A mousse, blush, and highlight palette? Like, I'm curious. I want to see it. I want to know what it looks like. I'm not going to be able to get it, but I'm still curious, so I'll keep a lookout for swatches and a release date. I'm gonna break alphabetical order for just one thing here. I think you'll see why. VE Cosmetics and Cradle of Filth have come out with the Resistance is Futile palette. It is, of course, very goth. This palette looks to be nice and dark and red mostly from what I could see. Unearthly Cosmetics is our second most prolific brand this season, right next to Bella Beauty Bar. They have released a gothic romance collection. It is gorgeous. The artwork is stunning. Love the color story. The gothic romance collection is the eyeshadow palette, the blush palette, and a handful of Paranormal Plush lipsticks. The Unearthly Satin Sorcery lipsticks are my favorite lipstick formula, so I'm not sure how similar these Paranormal Plush ones are. It doesn't say matte, it doesn't say satin, I'm just not sure. Unearthly has also released a number of new lip pencil colors. What I did notice is that the Unearthly, Bella Beauty Bar, and Singe lip pencil collections that have just recently come out are all very different. The Bella Beauty Bar lip pencils as a part of the Dark Dreamscape collection are largely very cool neutral pink. The Singe lip pencils have some really nice warmer shades. And the Unearthly lip pencils are more goth, so black, purple, red, and some cooler neutrals. Unearthly has remixed their Not Normal palette. They have much more dimensional sparkly shimmers now, so they've put those shimmers in the remixed Not Normal palette. And this is just such a fun color story, green and purple, love it. Unearthly's remixed Not Normal palette, definitely tempting. So Unearthly Cosmetics and Courtney Quarantine have come out with a really fun gothy lip collection. I'm not sure if these are like the satins or the Paranormal Plushes or what. I'm really not sure what these are. And they're sold out, so sorry. 2 out of 4 colors are tempting to me. Unearthly has proposed a Dead Cute collection. There's an eyeshadow palette with fun, bright, perky goth colors, a blush quad with heart-shaped pans, lipsticks, and lip oils in colors that go with the eyeshadow palette. So it sounds like this collection will only get produced if and when they receive enough pre-orders for it. Unearthly Cosmetics has just announced the Cursed Winter and Shattered Snowfall collections. The eyeshadow palettes will be arriving as singles and come with a magnetic palette that you can then adjust to your liking. The collections include eyeshadow singles, a corresponding eyeshadow palette with art to match, 2 Menacing Metals lipsticks, 1 lip gloss, and 1 highlighter. And there are no dupes between the 2 collections. Amanda announced that she's going to be moving to smaller pan size and doing collections more like this, which is putting them together as singles bundles and having corresponding art on a magnetic palette that you also get. And it also sounds like everything's going to be pre-orders and collections will get produced when and if enough pre-orders are made. And if not, then everyone gets refunded, which is a new and interesting way to do things. But I understand from the brand's point of view, they are shelling out a lot of money to make a collection available to everyone so that it ships quickly. And they have no way of knowing if they're going to sell all those units. And with a smaller brand, I can understand how that would be financially difficult. So I can see from their point of view why they would want to secure the funds in order to produce the collection that they want. And from the consumer point of view, it's a lot of waiting and not sure if it's going to show up if no one else orders it too. Tricky business. Sounds like a tricky business. Amanda did sneak peek the color stories for these eyeshadow palettes on her YouTube. Menacing Metals have been a really popular release from them. They've come in extremely interesting colors, and some of them have been iridescent, some darker and subtly sparkly, which I like because I'm just not into like some big, bright, sparkle lip action for myself these days. I'm definitely interested to see what Menacing Metals will get released with these winter collections. Very curious, very tempting. Full collections are very expensive. How it works is we're picky people and we like to buy things individually, which is more expensive for us and the brand. But if you like surprises, these 2 winter collections are available as mystery bundles on the Unearthly website right now. We got through 42 makeup releases. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.